Hello guys, I'm Vignesh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about the iterative model from the subject software engineering. Iterative model for software engineering. This presentation explores the iterative model for software engineering, examining its key principle, advantage, challenges, and best practice. We'll dive into real-world example of successful iterative projects and discuss how to integrate it with the agile methodologies. What is the iterative model? Definition: the iterative model is a software development approach that emphasizes continuous development and improvement through a series of iterations. It starts with a small functional core and gradually expands its functionality in each iteration. This allows for early users feedback and course corrections, leading to more robust and user-friendly final product. Key features: the iterative model involves developing and releasing a functional core early on or gradually adding a features and functionality in subsequent iterations. Regular testing and feedback loops to incorporate changes and improvement. Key principle of iterative models. First, incremental development, early user feedback, risk mitigation, and the fourth, flexibility. So, in increment development, features are added incrementally in each iteration, building upon a previous version. Second, user get early access to the software and provide valuable feedback influencing future iterations. Risk mitigation. Iterative development helps identify and address risk early on, reducing the likelihood of major problems later. The iterative model is flexible and adaptable to changing requirements and market demands. Advantages of iterative model. Early feedback helps to gather early and incorporate throughout the development process. In reduced risk, iterative development allows for identification and mitigations of risk early on, minimizing the chances of major issues. Improved quality. Continuous testing and feedback loops helps ensure the final product meets user experience and is of high quality. Increased adaptability. The iterative model allows for flexibility to adapt for changing requirement and market conditions. Challenges of iterative model: time management, communication, cost control, and complexity. Time management. Effective time management is crucial to ensure each iteration is completed within the reasonable time frame. Communication. Clear and consistent communication between developers and stakeholders and users is vital for success. Maintaining a cost and control can be challenges as iterations may require additional resource and time. Complexity. So managing complexity can be challenges, especially in larger projects with numerous iterations. Phases of iterative model. First place planning, second design, development, and fourth testing, deployment, and feedback. In planning stage, defining a project scopes, goals, and requirement for the iteration. In design, create a detailed design for the initial functionality, focusing on core features. And third, development. So implement the design and core functionality core of the software. Uh, Testing ensures the initial functionality works as intended. Release the initial version of the software to user and stakeholder for feedback for deployment. In feedback, gather the user feedback and incorporate it into the planning and design for the next iteration. Importance of feedback loop. Gathering of feedback first. So implement methods for collecting user feedback such as surveys, interviews, and usability testing. Second, analyze feedback. Carefully analyze the feedback to identify areas for improvement and prioritize changes. Incorporating feedback. Integrate the user feedback into the planning and design for subsequent iteration. Continuous improvement. The iterative model thrives on continuous cycle of feedback, adaptation, and enhancement. Best practice for iterative model are: first, clear requirements. Defining the requirements for each iteration. Small iteration, keep iteration short and manageable to maintain and flexibility. So testing in each iteration ensures the software is working as expected. Effective communication. Ensure a clear communication between developers, stakeholders, and user. User-centric approach. Prioritize the user needs and feedback throughout the development process. Case studies on successful iterative projects: Spotify, Dropbox, Google Maps, and Slack. So in first, Spotify continuous iteration approach and regular updates and feature addition. In Dropbox, iterative development strategy focused on user feedback and incremental improvements has driven its growth and widespread adaptation. Google Maps. constantly iterates based on our user feedbacks and data, resulting in highly personalized and interactive navigation experience. So, integrating the iterative model with agile methodologies. For Scrum, on second Kanban visuals workflow, user stories, and sprint reviews. In Scrum, iterative development aligns well with the Scrum short sprints and continuous improvement cycles. In visuals workflow, an emphasis on continuous delivery complements iterative model. Agile user stories can be used to define specific requirement for each iterations. In third, sprint reviews. Agile sprint reviews provides a valuable feedback for iterative guidelines and iteration. Thank you guys.